welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then hello, and if you've been here before, then welcome back. So today is just going to be a little chilled out video, just a couple of questions and answers. I'll try and answer them all truthfully. So yesterday I put up a post on my Instagram asking you guys to send me some questions. So this is the post that I put up for you guys to send me your questions on Instagram. You guys did, so what I've done is I've written down sort of the ones that I want to answer. I've kind of grouped them into little groups so that they're all kind of in the same, so I'm not going back and forth. I just have an obsession with writing things down in my little notebook because my notebook is the cutest and this is where all my stuff goes for this channel. So I've written them down, and then obviously it just saves me trying to like flick through all the questions on Instagram, trying to find the ones that I actually want to answer. So they are down there. So if you see me looking down there, it is because I am looking at the questions. So let's get into the video. So the first question that I got asked is, what is your favourite makeup brand? So I think this question is so hard because there is so many that I love. But I would probably have to say that one of my favourites is probably Lick and Lash. I absolutely love their palettes. I think their palettes are amazing and they have such a wide variety. And they are dupes for Morphe as well, which again I think is really good, and they're actually a little bit cheaper than Morphe. So I think that's probably one of my favourites, but then I do have a lot of others as well. So I love Makeup Revolution, I love NYX, I love quite a lot of the drugstore brands because I think they are amazing. I do have a few of like the higher brand stuff that I love as well, but I probably have to say that Lick and Lash are probably my favourite for their palettes. And as far as like foundations and concealers go, I'd probably see Makeup Revolution. So they're probably just a few of my favourite brands. I couldn't actually narrow it down to just one, so I've picked obviously a few, but they're just some of my favourites. Second question is, what is your main inspiration for makeup? So I didn't really have an inspiration for me doing makeup. It's just something I kind of went out and did on my own. Again, I think I just started watching YouTube videos, and obviously being the middle sibling, I definitely looked towards my sister. Obviously when my sister was a teenager, she was always doing her makeup, and I thought, you know, that's something that maybe I want to do and take it further. I've kind of always been into makeup, and I've always been into sort of like wacky looks and things like that. So I wouldn't say I've had like an inspiration as to why I started makeup, but I definitely think that obviously having an older sibling, watching her grow up and do her makeup, I then sort of followed in her footsteps and actually enjoyed doing it rather than it being a chore. To me, it's not a chore. I love doing it. I love experimenting, and I love sharing it with you guys as well. So that's probably like my inspiration, if that's what you want to call it. But again, like, I didn't really have an inspiration for me going further into makeup, if that makes sense. So third question, this is going slightly off the makeup topic, but I got asked, what are your thoughts on plastic surgery? I think everyone's different with this question. I'm not against plastic surgery because there is probably a few things that I'd like doing, but obviously your girl's broke, so it's going to be a while before I can get anything done. I would definitely like to have my boobs done. I think everyone that knows me, I have said this before, obviously I've had a child, so obviously your body changes quite dramatically. So there would be a few things that I would want to tweak on my boobs. I think that's probably like the only thing that I'd have done. I don't think there's anything else that I'd like to have done. I've always said maybe a little bit of lip filler just to define my top lip a bit more, but I'm not all for messing with my face, so I think that's just going to be something that I'd probably like done but never get done. But I think definitely if I ever get the chance to, then I'd probably get my boobs done and just fix what's gone wrong after having a baby. I'm not against it. If it's something that you want to do, then go ahead. If it makes you feel better, if it makes you feel confident, then go ahead and do it. Everyone is completely different. Like you can you know, it's your body, it's your life. You can make the changes that you want to change. It's not necessarily what other people should think about it or think about you doing it. But all I say is obviously think very, very carefully about what you have done. Do your research, because I have seen so many people have botched surgery, and I'd hate that. I'd hate for anything like that to happen to you guys, or even me myself. So if I ever get the chance to obviously have my boobs done, then I'll definitely have and do my research. I'm definitely not against plastic surgery. Again, it's just each to their own, I suppose. So yeah. So the next group of questions that I've kind of grouped together are about James. I've had so many people ask this. So the next question I got asked is, why do we not see James in more videos? So this is actually very new to James. So obviously he feels a little bit awkward about it. Obviously you've seen him in like vlogs and stuff, but obviously it's just been like a glimpse. I kind of don't want to put him in a lot of videos because we haven't exactly been together very long, and again, he just, at the moment, he doesn't feel comfortable in being in a video. He's only just got used to the concept of me being on camera, and me obviously in effect showing my life to you guys. So for now, we're just going to keep it to a minimum until he feels ready to maybe become part of it more. But for now, we're just going to keep it down to a minimum. So many of you asked me this question, and I hope that answers your questions for you guys, so you know who you are if you watch my videos and you did ask this question. So that is the answer to that one. We're just going to keep it very much to a minimum for now, because we've only been together like 6 months. The next question is, do you think you and James will get married? Again, tying in with the first question, again, we've only been together like 6 or 7 months. And I feel like so many people are so pushy with this, that I always get asked, oh, when are you going to have kids, and when are you going to get married? Obviously with my last relationship not being that great, and this one being the complete opposite, he is literally like the male version of me, and it just works so well. But again, we don't want to rush anything. We're both young. He is younger than me. He is 3 years younger than me, so I'm 23. Obviously I would in effect like to be married by the time I'm 25, 26 the latest, and I don't want kids after after I'm in my 30s. So I kind of had like a timeline of when I want things to happen, but yet again, nothing ever goes to plan. As you guys know, obviously with me having a little one and I had her at such a young age, I didn't plan for that to happen. It just happened, and obviously it was my time. Would I change it? No. But I'd like to think that me and James would eventually get married, but again, we just need to see how things go, because again, we've only been together for such a short time. So I'd like to think so, and I'd like to think he would think that maybe one day that we would get married. I don't know, maybe that's something we should ask him. Maybe he'd have a completely different response to me, but hey. Okay, so the next group of questions, I had a lot of questions about YouTube and all the different things surrounding YouTube. So this is what this group of questions is going to be, and I'm going to try and answer them obviously as truthfully as I can, and try and obviously advise you. So the next question I got is, doing YouTube hard? Yes, it can be very hard, because obviously at the moment I have such a small following, and you have to be consistent with it, and sometimes you can have your days where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And you just find it really hard to obviously find content that you guys are gonna love. So it can be very hard, but obviously you have to work hard to get to where you want to. Things obviously don't come easily. You have to be consistent all the time, create content, you know, try and set goals, obviously make lists, do all that kind of thing. It can become very hard, because obviously if you are a busy person, then it can become quite hard to find the time to obviously film, edit, you know, and then get it all up for you guys. At the beginning, I found it very hard. I actually started YouTube 2 years ago. I wasn't consistent with it, because I just thought like you needed, you know, a great camera, you needed money, but in actual fact you don't. You can create really good content and not spend a penny. So yeah, it can be hard, but I definitely say like go for it. Just work hard towards it, and obviously, you know, be consistent with it all the time, and just obviously do your best, do what you love. If it's something you're gonna love, go for it. Why not? The next question is, would you like YouTube to one day be your job? Yes, I think I definitely would. Again, it is quite hard because obviously at the moment I have such a small following. I am obviously trying to be more consistent with my videos, and obviously I've got so much stuff obviously coming up. I've got so much planned for you guys, and I really hope that you are going to enjoy the content that is coming very soon. I am trying my best. I love doing this. I don't find this a chore. It obviously started off as a hobby, and then maybe one day, you know, it could become my full-time job. But obviously right now I couldn't just give up my job and do this full-time at all. So the next question is, what would you say to someone that wants to start YouTube? So I definitely say go for it, but obviously make sure it's something that you want to do. Because if your heart's not in it, then it just doesn't work. Yes, you're going to have your days where you struggle, but obviously just push through, be consistent. Again, obviously referring to the first question in regarding YouTube and stuff, but obviously definitely be consistent. Sometimes you do fail, but then you kind of learn from it. But I definitely say if it's something you really want to do, even if it's just for fun, then definitely go for it. So the next question is, where would you like to be in a year's time with YouTube? So in a year's time, I'd probably like to have a bigger following. I kind of have a goal by the end of the year. Whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know. I'd probably by the end of the year obviously like this to become my job. On the side maybe, because obviously I'm still doing all my makeup and stuff. But obviously definitely do this alongside this. I absolutely love that. That is definitely a goal for me. And it's definitely to probably obviously create some really amazing content for you guys, and obviously gain a slightly bigger following than what I do now, because my following is very diddy at the moment. But obviously to the guys already that obviously have already subscribed to my channel, like, thank you so much. Even though it's so small, it does mean like such a big thing to me. So I thank you guys, and obviously for anyone new that's watching, then don't forget to subscribe, because it's very important. And I read every comment, and obviously I really do take in everything that you guys say to me, whether that be on Instagram, Snapchat, obviously the comments down below. I do take it all in. I do see it all. So I definitely think with YouTube in a year's time, I'd definitely like it to become my job. But I guess we'll just have to see where it goes, because obviously sometimes things don't always go to plan. But I definitely love this to become my job by the end of the year. That's probably a big goal. It might not happen, but we'll see, I guess. So the next question is there any competition between you and your sister in regards to YouTube? I definitely don't think so. We both obviously kind of do our own thing. Obviously we do compare, but I wouldn't say there's any competition. She supports me, I support her. But that I definitely wouldn't say there's any competition whatsoever. I think it's amazing what she's done. Obviously, like when she had been debating for ages whether or not she wanted to do YouTube or not, because it is obviously a big thing. Obviously, one, just talking to a camera and actually really no one, if that makes sense. Obviously putting yourself, your body, your life all on the internet, it is such a big thing. And I think she's done amazing so far. She's done better than me. From at the beginning, she's only been doing it a few months, whereas I've been doing it for 2 years. I haven't been consistent, whereas now I am really set on it. But I wouldn't say there's any competition. She might say different, but I don't think there's any competition whatsoever. But look out for the collabs, because we're definitely going to do a few videos together, so I'm quite looking forward to those. So I wouldn't say there's any competition. We both help each other out, which is amazing. We give each other tips and stuff, so I definitely say there's no competition. Final question is, and this is kind of completely off topic, and this is kind of 2 questions in one. So the final question that I got asked is, do you still work in that little cafe, and have you thought about a change of job? Yes, I do still work in the little cafe that I have done. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I work in a little cafe in my hometown. I love the job. I'm only there part-time. I absolutely love it there. I love everyone that I work with. I love all the customers that come in. Obviously, you get the odd rude customer come in, but you kind of just have to deal with that. You get that everywhere. But I love it. I have thought about a change of job, but right now nothing has really come up for me. Obviously I still do my makeup on the side. Obviously I've got bookings all this year. Obviously so I'm slotting that in around work and obviously filming for you guys and creating some really good content for you guys. I probably definitely would like a change of job at some point, but right now I am very happy where I am, and I love my job. I love all my jobs that I have. I do class this as a job. Obviously my makeup business is a job and the cafe is a job, and it just works so well around me. They are so good. Obviously I get to work around Summer in school because she's at school. I get a lot of help from family and friends as well on those days that obviously I do work at the cafe, because obviously I work from 10 till 5 o'clock, and obviously I can't get to Summer, so I have had a lot of help with that, which I'm very grateful for. But I definitely think that maybe one day I'd probably have a change of job, but right now I'm very, very, very content. So that is all the questions that I thought may be useful to you guys. So that is the end of this video. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to click the little bell notification, because this is the only way that you're going to get notifications of new videos into your notification boxes. So please do remember to click that down below. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.